Another subject that's very close to my heart is financial planning for children with special needs. But is it really that different from other children?
Depending on how severe the disability is, or whether it's physical or mental, you may have to actually plan for 2 generations. Now, for example, after the parents are gone, they need to provide enough for this child to ensure that he or she does not have any problem at all. The second is obviously also you need to look at, whether it is a physical disability or whether it's mental disability. Depending on that, the requirement, even during the period, when they're a kid or when they're growing up, are very, very different from normal child. Now, for example, these children require constant care. There's ongoing medical expenses are there, right? All that has to be taken. The transportation can be a challenge. And another challenge for them is, like I mentioned earlier, because you are planning for 2 generations, how do you create enough corpus so that you don't have to worry about, the child's future? And also, the major worry is that once they are gone, what happens? Even in the normal circumstances, the risk management is very, very important. That should be the first step for parents. That covers basically the life insurance, health insurance, and also creating an emergency reserve. But when the parents have a child who has special needs, it becomes even more important. It's very important for them not to look at traditional, insurance products. They have to look at the right product. Now, for example, we always advocate that investors should look at term plan. And thumb rule that we apply for term plan is saying that it should be the cover should be equivalent to your 10 annual incomes. But in this case, I think it has to be even more.
Higher.
Same thing with the health insurance. Very few health insurance companies will actually give you that cover, even if they don't object to the child with disability becoming a part of it. It is all considered a pre-existing disease, so it's left out, is not covered. So I think it's very, very important to look at risk management. And when we talk about, let's say, creating an emergency reserve, it should not be typical 3 to 6 months. As we discussed earlier, on regular basis, the needs can be different.
But like you said that, a lot of the insurance is not really tailored to these people. And also, by the time this child becomes 18, legally, they will be responsible for their own financial and medical decisions. What does the parent do in that case? I mean, after the age of 18?
As a natural guardian, you can manage finances of a child up to the age of 18.
Right.
Thereafter, the child becomes an adult and he himself takes care of his finances. But here, if it is a physical disability, it is possible for the child to take care of his own finances or her finances, so there is no problem in that. But in case of mental disability, depending again on how severe the disability is and how consistently it happens, that it may be difficult for them to handle their finances. So there is a provision, where the parents can apply for a legal guardianship even after the age of 18 under National Trust Act, which allows parent to become legal guardian. The parent themselves can become legal guardian, or somebody from the family, a sibling or some relatives can become. Even the family friends can become.